Hey everybody, what's going on today, guys? We are here for just a one-nighter this weekend. Chicken Nugget and I, we were actually at the big cabin. Just show you guys something real quick. You want to know the nice thing about a nicely insulated building when it's cool and when it's hot? It is outside right now. Check this out. Here's your Fahrenheit, my American friends. 81. It's only 68 inside here. 27 Celsius and 20. When we got here, this is even better. It's just the shaded roof in the front helps a lot. But when we got here, it was 17 inside here, and it was 24 outside. And I had two windows open. I had the kitchen window since we were here last weekend, and the bathroom window just keeps some ventilation going so it didn't get damp in here. And yet, when we walked in here, it was still 7 degrees cooler than outside. I get some awesome news. Good news. Going to show you guys in a minute. Hummingbirds are going like crazy out here today. I wish we could get them on film because there's about 7 or 8 of them earlier, and they're out here just flying around in circles around these hummingbird feeders. Chicken Nugget out here getting some sun. But anyway, I'm going to show you guys something. This arbor, doesn't these grapes look beautiful in this arbor? Isn't that crazy? Look how far they're growing on this thing. Beautiful. All up the side here. There's one leaf up here that I've never seen anything so big in my life. That one right up there. I'm going to see how close I can show you guys this. Check this out, the size of this leaf. Isn't that insane? Anyways, I get really good news, and I'm going to show you guys something that made me right happy when we get back here today. There's the Nugget hanging out. Say hi, Nugget. She's living the dream, enjoying the day. Need to see this to believe it. It's kind of hard to see from here, but can you see those sprouts all over these stalks here? These are sprouting right out again. All kinds of them. All kinds of them. That one branch has like 4. The main top has 2. The branch coming off this way is 3. Even the branches down here that still have a bunch of leaves, they're growing so aggressively that there's leaves popping out. So, and even better news, this is my pear tree, and it's coming back. I don't know if you guys can see, they're only little, but they're a lot bigger than they were in last week's video too. See that? See those little green shoots in there coming out? Isn't that insane? Even up top here. Up top, the very tip of it. You can see one right there maybe. Right in the very tip. Yeah, all kinds of them. One coming right out of the end of that stem there. So, I'm telling you, I guess it proves. I didn't think they were going to come back. I knew this was going to live, the apple tree, but I was thinking the pear tree was done for, right? But I guess when you already have a big enough root ball established, and I think anybody that does horticulture and that and been around greenhouse, I think they use it called a standard, and it's just a post, basically a root stock or a standard, and all it is a root ball, and then they start grafting on it, and that's where these are both grafted trees, right? Once the root ball is healthy enough, I guess, you can literally take every freaking branch and every leaf off of that, and it will come back to life. So happy to see that. We get a big rain coming this weekend, so I watered them today when we first got here. This garden is ridiculous. In front of the camp, we're done. It's done for. We give up. Look at the pepper plant right here. Look at the pepper. Eaten. That tomato there, this was a tomato here, it's eaten. There was a tomato here, it's eaten. Another pepper here. I think Bugs Bunny is having all kinds of food here this year, so you know what, I'm not going to rant about it, I'm not going to cry about it. It's the way it is. Half of these beans up here, see the way that mysteriously is cut right at the height of the railing? Do you happen to see the next one right there has happened to be cut at the height of the railing? Does this seem suspicious to anything standing on the railing, maybe cutting these off? Do you think? Over here. See the height of it? And I feed these little red rodent. Anyway, enough ranting about that. in the garden out front, we give up. It's a total write-off, absolute total write-off. We got some pumpkin and squash growing. They're getting eaten. What else? We got beans devoured. We get a handful of yellow beans, and that's all we're going to end up getting off of that. So pretty much done for as far as that goes out front, other than some beautiful sunflowers. So, but anyways, it's Cindy's enjoying the sun out here, but I'm a guy that likes the cool, so I'm going to go back inside, show you something real cool. So speaking of cool, like I'm going to show you guys something that's really cool in here. I showed you in my last video the new fridge I got and all that. That's not what I'm talking about. We only came for an overnighter tonight, so we didn't bring a whole lot of food because we're only doing one night, and that's basically the reason. So why turn this on and get this whole fridge? Because again, anybody saw, this is a pretty good sized little fridge freezer thing we bought here, right? And this works wonderfully, but it does take a bit of power to get it cold. Guess what works better in that situation, in an off-grid environment like we're at right now? Check this out. And you guys already saw this once, and I'm going to show this again. This is my new Setpower PT30, and what they call it is a dual range fridge slash freezer. There's a few of these on the market and all that, but a lot of them are only one compartment. This guy here can either be a freezer here, a freezer here, a fridge here, vice versa. Get what I'm saying? It's so versatile. Both sides or either side will get down as low as -20. You can see right here right now, you have a regular mode and an eco mode. That's a max mode when this blue light comes on. You go to this one, it's eco mode. Right now, this is my freezer side, compartment 1, the small compartment. I've got it set for -8 Celsius. On the other side, the refrigerator side, we've got it set for +1, which is what, 33 degrees Fahrenheit? Here's the cool part, cool or not. It will run a full day on about 650 watt hours of power, average consumption. That is absolutely remarkable. And the best part of this thing, it's actually Bluetooth controlled. I've got a Bluetooth app on my phone. I can connect to this. I can change the temperature. I can change like the readout to Fahrenheit, Celsius, turn it on and off and all that, go from eco mode to standard mode. You can do any of that through the app. You can monitor it. We could have this sitting outside. I could be sitting inside here and monitor, make sure the fridge is, the freezer is working as it should. So the Setpower PT30, what a wonderful little unit. And it's a compressor style fridge. Down in here, you have a miniature fridge compressor. These are not a cooler. These are an actual refrigeration unit in there. So these are kind of an industry leader, these guys, especially with the Bluetooth in this. Again, there's other companies out that have these units, but most of them aren't Bluetooth, which is a nice feature to have, which is included free. And the other thing, those have a dual zone. You can go big side or small side, could be cold. You could freeze a bunch of stuff in here. You could make ice all day long. The nice thing about having the dual zone is you can have either side, the big side. And look, we've got a bag of nicely frozen ice in here. You want some ice water later, because again, it's -8 degrees Celsius. Eggs, just a bunch of different orange juice, and that's a full-size 4-liter jug of orange juice, or 2-liter jug. So I mean, it's not a huge fridge, but it is 30 quart, as they say. And again, that's all 1 degree on that side. So, and the thing uses peanuts for power. That is the best part of this, peanuts for power. The Setpower PT30. Check it out. I'm going to put a link in the description of the video. And these aren't that expensive. These are on a special right now, and these are a really good deal. Check it out, Setpower PT30. And I forgot to tell you, I'm running it off a 12 volt right now, but it'll go 12 volt or 110 volt also. You can also run it in your home. You can run it in your car. You can take it to the beach. And that's the nice size with this smaller guy. What a perfect way to go to the friggin' beach and spend an afternoon and fill this up with pop, ice water, whatever refreshment you want. Guess how I power this? Check this out. This is my new power station I got. I have quite a collection of these guys now. Let's get the lighting good on this. This is my Afery. It's an 800 watt, 1600 watt surge, 512 watt hour battery bank. Right now we're pulling 31 watts, this is, and it'll drop down a bit more to about 28 or 29. 13 hours. This will run. It's at 93%. We got to charge a couple cell phones. You know what the nice thing about this little guy? This is a featherweight. So what a nice package to take to the beach somewhere. You can take a nice solar fridge like that, a little small power pack like that. This guy even has, watch your eyes. Well, or that. Your AC output, 110 volt, is on the end here. It's only got one outlet on this guy, but it is your pure sine wave inverter. And this is light. It's got two USB. They're like fast charging ones. Cindy charged her phone up literally in about half hour or so. So they're a fast charge, like a 15 watt USB charge. You know the best part of this little guy? This ever comes in a nice little package, nice little solar panel. Check this out. Okay, you guys check this out. This is a fully foldable 100 watt solar panel. But you know the cool thing about this one, and I'm getting a few of these, this has a little output on the side here. This has actual USB right out of the side of this guy in the back. There's two USB out. Well, you just fold it up that way, Velcro. We're going to take it outside in a minute. I want to see how much power this is actually put back into this little power station, because the sun is shining bright right now. But the AFRI, very nice little unit, very, very nice little unit. You can charge it up here. This is your charging ports. I can get it open. On this side, that's where you power it up to charge it up. This is your connector off of your solar panel. You hook in there. So we're going to go outside and we're going to try this thing out. I'm going to unhook it off the fridge. You want to know the better thing about that PT30 fridge? They claim that'll stay cold for a couple of days unplugged. It will literally stay that cold. It's that well insulated inside. So I'm going to take the solar panel out here for a minute. We're going to see what kind of output we can get putting into this little AFRI 800 watt power station. That's not bad. 71 watts I'm getting out of that right now, that panel. That's impressive. 71 watts coming out of that. That's not bad at all. I'll charge that power station back up fairly quick if I just wanted to run it with that on it, but I won't. But what a nice little solar panel setup. Now that's fairly impressive, getting 70 watts. 72 watts. Yeah, 71. We're getting 71, 72 watts out of that right now. That's pretty decent. 73 watts. Best part, it's not fully sunny out. It's sunny, but there's a gray haze actually in the sky right now. So I bet you this thing can be 85 or 90 watts on a good day. It's a little underrated. I think it's more than a 100 watt panel. That's impressive because it is. It's not fully, you can see, you guys can't tell. Well, maybe you can. It's not a fully blue sky right now. It's a little bit hazy out there today, so a lot of it's humidity. We got real high humidity. We got a hurricane coming. We're getting the rest of hurricane. What was the name of that?
Helen.
Hurricane Helen is coming to visit us, I guess, this weekend in the Maritimes. So hunker down. Oh boy, back inside is so much nicer to be, so much cooler. 27 and 20, so the same temps I showed you guys is still 7-degree difference in Celsius inside and out. Last time talking about my Setpower Bluetooth PT30 cooler, freezer, fridge, and my AFRI little unit here. You can see a little better now. 32 watts is what this is saying. One of my other power stations says it's 28. Get you in close. There you go. This is showing 32, 33 watts consumption right now, but it doesn't run constant at that, and that's the thing. This has been on for a couple of minutes, and this is going to shut off in a couple of minutes, and it'll only run 5 minutes maybe, depending on how much you open and close. It's like a fridge at home, but if you leave this thing shut, it will stay off for 10 or 15 minutes, 20 minutes. So then you're pulling no power. So the average between that right now, and again, this right now, running steady, will still run this thing for another 12 hours. And that's only a little 512 watt hour power station. So that's impressive for what the little AFRI will put out, and it's also impressive for the draw on this big boy, because again, this does not draw hardly any power at all. This fridge, even though it's a nice little small fridge, again, it pulls 60 watts. 60 or 62. Probably 2 hours straight when you first fire it up. And then after that, it goes down, it kicks on and off, and we had it go as long as a half hour or so without turning on, and then it kicked back in. But again, for the few things we brought for just doing one overnighter, or if a person is doing a beach afternoon with your kids and all that, your refreshments, you can keep ice in there. And again, you got a unit here, something small like that between the two of them, and they don't even weigh that much. This is a featherweight, this nice little power station. This guy's a right light. Cindy went to grab that out of the truck today, and a couple of the other ones I got are quite beefy, right? She grabbed this little guy and just poof, oh, is that ever nice? So she thought she was quite impressed. But anyway, it's going to turn off here anytime. We're going to get dinner going here soon. It's only be burgers and dogs and the barbecue, I believe. Nothing fancy tonight, just a quick supper. Wow, well, once again, we got to bail out of here soon. It's funny, it's not a Sunday, it's actually a Friday morning. But stuff going on in the weekend and that, so we chose to spend a night here through the week. You want to see something that's pretty friggin' impressive, guys? This thing here is still going. The Setpower fridge has been going all night long, -8 and 1 degree. Look at this battery station, this power station, still 45%, and I'm also charging my cell phone. I charged this GoPro that I'm using right now yesterday. Cindy's charged her phone once.
Twice.
Cindy's charged her phone twice. So either this has a bigger battery than they say, or this fridge uses even less power than they say. They say 650 watt hours in 24 hours. Well, this is only a 512 watt hour battery in this little AFRI power station. So either that power station puts out more than what they rate it, or this fridge uses even less in this eco mode. So what a wonderful combination having both of these. So again, I'll put the link in the description on both of them, the power station solar panel and the Setpower fridge. Enough about that stuff. What are you thinking, Cindy?
Not much.
Not much. Almost time to bail out of here and head back to the house, I guess. And we got Hurricane Debbie is actually what's on the way. I'm not sure what I said yesterday there. I'm gonna delete that out, but it's just starting to rain out here now. So we get a bunch of rain, bunch of wind coming tonight, potential thunderstorms and all that. So we're gonna head her back to the house and get some stuff done, batten down the hatches, I guess. But you know what? Nice to have you guys along as usual. And if nothing else, live simply, remain grateful. We'll talk to you soon.